What's up, everyone? Justin here, back with a new review show for AEW. Double or Nothing 2022's in the books, just ended. My goodness, that was a long show, but I didn't mind. I'm not gonna fucking bitch about it, complain about it. It's only once a year, Double or Nothing. And I'm glad it was, I got my money's worth. I actually paid for it on pay-per-view for once, not on the Fight TV app. Which I guess they had problems during the buy-in, I heard. I don't know. But on pay-per-view is perfect. The live pay-per-view, no screw-ups because it wasn't through the internet. Or through, like, an internet app. And I do use other, like, internet apps. Amazon Prime, HBO. A few times I watched Apple TV. Their app, Apple TV, Peacock. None of those apps ever really mess up for me. They have not. At all. Since I had I don't know, some of those apps used to always crash a lot on my PS3 a while ago. Anyways, who cares about apps crashing? This is my Double or Nothing review. Again, the show's pretty damn long, but I didn't fucking mind because I paid $50. So here we go. Up first was the buy-in. I didn't watch it. I saw the end of the tag. Hook and Danhausen. They still kind of make Hook act serious, but the guy's kind of in a tag team. He's gonna become a comedy act, kind of, or Danhausen's a comedy and Hook is serious. Well, I like Hook better alone by himself as a singles. But Hookhausen defeats Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. I didn't care to watch. I was outside enjoying the weather in my backyard. Long story short, I wanted to be nice to my pets, and I let my cats out in my backyard. They love it outside. They behave. They're like dogs. Seriously, they act like dogs when they're outside because I trained them years and years ago of letting them outside. Seriously, if you have a cat and you get it spayed or neutered when they're little or like over a year old, you can let them out, but you gotta watch them. That's what I did, and now they're trained. I call them, they come back, and they come back in the house. So anyways, during the summers, I'm really going to be outside a lot. So some Dynamites or Rampages I might not watch live because I want to enjoy the nice weather. But I didn't watch the buy-in because I was outside watching my cats, babysitting them. So I didn't miss anything on the buy-in. I watched a little bit of the kickoff. That was on pay-per-view, the kickoff show. And then they showed the buy-in match on the kickoff. Up first, it started hot. It was pretty damn short. It was a perfect amount of time. It was quick, it was fast, it was sweet. MJF got destroyed. Everything about it was perfect. How it was booked was absolutely just beautiful. It was great. And there's all these rumors. I don't know. MJF was not going to work the show, or if he did not get a new contract, he's been negotiating, I guess, with Tony Khan. or they can't get a new agreement to extend his contract and pay him what he wants or pay him more. Why the fuck? I mean, I understand why they're trying to extend his contract, but if I was MJF, I'd be like this. I'm not talking till before my contract's up, and then I'll look at other offers. And if I was MJF, I would go to WWE. That's just me. Personally, I grew up a WWE fan, and I'm pretty sure he must have also. And the guy could make a ton of money there. Who cares if he's PG MJF? He can still be edgy. Could be a little bit edgy, and he could still get over as a fucking hated heel. It's still possible, people and fans. It's still possible. You can be hated. And you can be a great heel without cursing. Or just being vulgar. And putting people down, and MJF going down to the gutter sometimes to just shoot and rip people to shreds. You don't got to do that to be a great heel. You don't got to go too far and cross the line to be a great heel. In my opinion, you do not. You could just call out, I don't know, little kids or little babies in the WWE crowd. You could call them out, call them ugly. That would probably get him a ton of hate. Him calling kids or babies ugly. Saying, hey, you're the parents. Well, you should have not kept the child. I don't think he would be able to say that on WWE, but it just popped in my head. By the way, women should be allowed to get abortions any fucking time they want. I'm pro-choice, always will be. Again, I will quote the great Howard Stern. He said, if men could get pregnant, there would be an abortion clinic on every fucking corner. That is true. Because men would not want to hold babies. I guarantee you, if men could get pregnant, I'm dead serious. If they could get pregnant, abortion would be legal in every fucking city, state. It'd be on every corner like liquor stores are. So if you're a guy or a politician and you have the views that you want to ban abortion, or the Supreme Court thinks they can ban it, you're morons. And you want to go backwards? You want to put the country to go backwards? What are you going to do next? Try to bring back slavery, you fucking morons? So, anyways, back to my review. So, yeah, Wardlow destroyed MJF by pinfall, powerbombed him about, like 10 times or more. It was awesome. It was amazing. The crowd was amazing. The crowd was just fucking nuts, off the hook, insane. They were booing the hell out of MJF, cheering everything Wardlow did. And they did a few chants at MJF. I can't remember them. Or, I don't know. One of them was... I forgot. But it's been reported MJF no-showed signings in a fan fest. Who cares? I don't care. Maybe he did it on purpose. Maybe he did it to get more heat for his character. To get booed more. He probably did it on fucking purpose. You ever think of that? I think he did it on purpose. And Tony Khan, I think, was in on it. He had to be. Unless, I don't fucking know, maybe MJF, he either did it on purpose, or he's really trying to piss off Tony Khan, like saying to him, I don't need to be at the fan fest. I could just jump and go to WWE anytime, or not anytime, but I don't know. When MJF saying great things in interviews about Bruce Pritchard, WWE, and NXT 2.0. I don't know if he believes that. Who cares if he does? But I think that's his heel character saying that shit to piss off smart fans that think they know it all. In the IWC and their WWE haters and think everything WWE does sucks. Well, MJF is probably just trying to piss off AEW fans by saying he liked WWE and NXT. And he likes Raw, SmackDown, NXT, said he watches it all. I don't believe that, but who cares? I don't care what he watches, and I don't know. So, it'd be pretty amazing to see MJF and The Miz in the same ring going at it on the mic. That'd be fucking entertaining. I would pay to see that. Like, put MJF on Miz TV if he ever goes. Miz could be like, so you finally came here. And they could be a great heel tag team or something. And Miz could say to MJF, you finally came, and then stand up and they could hug each other. That'd be amazing and a lot of heat. I just thought of that. So, again, MJF loses, gets powerbombed a ton, and then this was stupid right after it. I know it's part of it's like a fucking parody now. I don't know what to call it, but they announced Wardlow was just signed by Tony Khan, and he's all elite, and they put the all elite picture. Wardlow is all elite on the screen. They didn't have to do that. I thought that was stupid. Wardlow's great. The guy's super over. Without MJF to go after, he might not be that over. I don't know. So, I could definitely see MJF wanting to maybe go to WWE because he's probably talking with Cody secretly. And Cody's probably telling him, if you come here, you can get big money. I don't know. I don't know if Cody's tight with MJF, but probably is. They probably do talk. And Cody would probably try to get MJF to come over. Why wouldn't he? Or if MJF called Cody first, Cody would probably tell him, I'm having a blast, it's great here, and I'm making way more money than I did in AEW. And I don't know, Cody maybe could say the fans aren't as fucking annoying, the WWE crowds. But I think MJF loves the heat and the crowds that hate him in AEW. Could he get that hate in the WWE? I don't know, but it's possible. Look what the Bloodline did. They had kids crying and fans really upset when Roman and the Usos beat up RK Bro. So, up next we had I guess a dream tag team matchup. I already saw it. It was good. What the Hardys did was good. I didn't give a flying fuck about the Young Bucks or anything they do. I'm not a fan of theirs. They came out dressed as Elvis. That's fitting because they look pretty washed up and kind of out of shape. And they look like Elvis on his deathbed. Actually, them in the Elvis costume with the cape, they actually look worse than Elvis does now. And the guy's been dead since, I think, the early 70s. But Elvis in the grave probably looks better now than the Young Bucks, how they fucking dress. Those sideburns, they look ridiculous. They look like asses. And I get it, that's their character, I guess, to piss off fans. They want to look over the top. I'm not a fan of theirs. Again, I don't care if Elvis is in the grave or if he was burned and someone has his ashes. He looks better than the Young Bucks do right now. his corpse or his ashes look better than them. They look like shit. They don't look like wrestlers. They don't look tough or anything. At least the Hardys are not like fucking spot monkey video game wrestlers. And yes, Jeff takes a ton of crazy bumps. So what? He's still better than both Young Bucks. Hardys win. Thank God. It went too long. And why is Brandon Cutler still there? Why is he employed? He does nothing. He's stealing Tony Khan's money. He shouldn't be there. He's useless. I don't care if he's the stooge of the Young Bucks. He's fucking useless. Like, seriously, if I had a wrestling company, I would never hire that guy. He's probably a nice guy, so what? On a wrestling show, he shouldn't be there. And he looks less like an athlete or a wrestler than the Young Bucks. He just looks like a skinny, bald nerd. So I guess this review's turning angry and ripping people. But I don't care. I like the Hardys. I'm a fan of them. Hardys win. The tag match should have been like 15 or 12 minutes. It went 19. TBS Championship. This was pretty short, sadly. Jade Cargill wins. A lot of interference. I didn't like it. Why did they have to interfere for Jade Cargill? If she's so dominant, why did Jade need help? Fucking Red Velvet, and Kira Hogan tried to help her outside. They got beat up by, I think Chris Statlander. Ran down, went in the face of Jade and protected Anna Jade. Chris Statlander or Jade, that'd be good shit. I'd like to see that, and I'd like to see Chris Statlander win the TBS title, get the title off of Jade. She looks like a star, but she's sloppy in the fucking ring. And yeah, she's jacked and she looks like a star and all that, but I would not push her to the moon like they've been doing. The match with Anna Jade was not very good. Anna Jade's a fine wrestler, not great, but neither of them, Jade or Anna, are great. So the match wasn't great. And I did not expect it to be. Jade wins and retains. Everybody fucking knew that was happening. Stevie Wonder could see it happening. And Ray Charles. And Ray Charles is no longer here. And he could still see Jade winning. House of Black 6-man tag match. This was pretty awesome. A lot of fucking high-flying, high spots. Crazy shit that AEW's known for a lot. They're known for a lot of violence, a lot of blood in my opinion, and they're known for a lot of high flying. So House of Black takes on Death Triangle. Again, this was action-packed. I'm sure being there live, it was probably way better than seeing it on TV. The crowd's pretty hype. By the way, my friend from Twitter for years, Robbie, he was at Double or Nothing. I'm glad you were there. Happy for you. Hope you and your girlfriend had a blast. And I'm excited. I'm going to AEW Dynamite Rampage on June 22nd. That's over 3 weeks away, I think. Maybe 4 weeks, whatever. But I'm going to have a blast, I think. If the crowd's like an ECW crowd and hype like they were tonight, or a little less hype than Double or Nothing because it's not a pay-per-view. I don't know what the matches will be, but hopefully CM Punk appears. Because the guy's a champ now. Anyways, Not just CM Punk. I like to see the Hardys. I like to see Death Triangle. I like to see Britt Baker. I like to see Thunder Rosa. Hopefully they're on the Dynamite I go to or the Rampage. So up next, again, House of Black defeats Death Triangle. After it, or before it ended, Julia Hart, shocker, the lights went out. I knew it was going to be Julia Hart because they teased it for a long time. She got black mist sprayed in her face, I think by Alistair. She wore that eye patch for like months. I'm sure that shit was annoying to wear, but at least she didn't have to wear it off of TV. That'd been hilarious if you ran into Julia Hart at a grocery store and she was wearing an eye patch. That would have been real fucking passion to sell that she was blinded. But she didn't have eye patch. She just had paint, black paint around her eyes. She joins the House of Black. She spits black mist. I think in Pac's eyes. I don't remember. But House of Black wins. Alistair puts his arm around Julia Hart. I like Julia Hart. Now that she's a heel and turned heel, put her on Dynamite and Rampage a lot more. I barely ever see her. Up next, the Men's Owen Hart Foundation Finals. This felt rushed and kind of quick. Adam Cole, Samoa Joe. Adam Cole wins. It was good. It was not great. Up next, Women's Owen Hart Foundation Tournament Final for the women. Ruby Soho took on Britt Baker. DMD Britt had a lame entrance. Not her fault. The guitarist from Fonzie sucked. The guy looked like he was just there to just fucking show off in front of the camera. He wanted to hog all the camera time away from Britt. The fucker kept pointing his guitar at the camera. It was lame. I hated the entrance that Britt had. Not because of her. She's great. Great worker, great talker, great to look at. The fucking guitarist. The guy looks like he's straight out of the 80s. And nobody wanted to see him on a pay-per-view. Run to the ring. Didn't even look like he was fucking playing. And if he was, he sucked. Because I couldn't even hear his guitar. Or the audio sucked. By the way, Fonzie sucks. I know he's a part of Fonzie. So, yeah. This was good. Really good women's Owen Hart tournament final. Better than the men's, in my opinion. Both matches were over 12 minutes. The women was 13-20. Britt Baker, by the way, Ruby, my God, she had a great entrance. Because Rancid actually played the song Ruby Soho, her entrance. It's their song. Rancid played it live. That was a big fucking deal. That's a great song. Rancid has a couple hits that I know of that are really good. I think I could count like 3 of them. I don't know the rest of their music, but Ruby Soho is a great fucking song. They're a great band. And, Lars Fredrickson. He's a big fucking wrestling fan, so I'm sure he wanted to play their song at the pay-per-view. That was awesome. Great. That was like a WrestleMania entrance for Ruby. And Double or Nothing is like their WrestleMania. You could say All Out is a big show too, but Double or Nothing's a bigger show because it was our first ever pay-per-view. Ruby, I love the entrance. That was so good. I'm going to watch it back. So, yeah, Britt Baker wins. I expected it because Adam Cole won. They're both wearing black and pink gear. I expected them to win. And they were very happy to win. They were very honored. You could tell they were on the stage, and then Tony Khan brought out Martha Hart. And he hugged her, and Tony Khan looked emotional, and that was cool because Tony Khan, I bash the guy sometimes. I make fun of him, make jokes about him, that he does bad booking or something. Sometimes I pick on him. But Tony Khan's a fucking wrestling fan, and he's a millionaire, or whatever the fuck billionaire, his family. I don't know how much money he has on his own. I don't care. But, yeah, Tony Khan, the guy did the Owen Hart Foundation tournament out of love. Love of being a wrestling fan. I respect that. And Jericho really got Martha Hart to come to AEW and agree to it, I believe. So good for Jericho for doing that. I was happy for Martha Hart and what she said and all that. And I understand why she holds a grudge against WWE and Vince, because she believes they killed her husband. She's not wrong. But to defend Vince and WWE, it was a fucking accident. I don't remember if Owen tested the stunt coming down. I don't know if he did it once or twice, but it was a horrible, tragic fucking accident. And who's to blame is the person that made the safety vest and the tiny little, like, ring thing that just broke. Anyways, a horrible tragedy. I'm not going to blame Vince or WWE or anybody. If Owen was that frightened, he seriously should have said, I am not fucking doing it. Please just fire me. Say, release me. Say, I breached my contract. I'm not doing it. He could have said that. I don't know why he did not. Because I'm sure he thought nothing bad would happen. And he trusted these fucking people and the equipment. But, what I respect Martha Hart, but Owen worked his whole career just about. He was known from the WWF. You let WWF, I believe you let them. Martha, you agreed for them to put out a DVD of Owen Hart, which I don't know I don't even know if it's on Peacock. If it's allowed on Peacock, I don't remember. But they did a documentary on Owen Hart. I'm pretty sure Martha had to agree. Maybe all the money went to the foundation. I don't know. To his Owen Hart charity. The Owen Hart Foundation. But Martha, why would you agree for them to put out a DVD? Just to raise money? If you hate them so much? If you let them put out a fucking DVD and you claimed you would never do business with them, why couldn't you just speak at a Hall of Fame for Owen's fans when he was in the WWF? I know he's in New Japan. All Japan, maybe. And New Japan and Stampede Wrestling. But Owen Hart got famous and got all his fans from his WWF run, not his AEW run. And it's okay for any company to honor Owen Hart. I just think Owen Hart belongs in the Hall of Fame. That's all. Will it ever happen? I doubt it. Plus, Bret Hart, listen to some of the stuff he says about Martha. He does not like her. And I don't know what he thinks. That she won't allow Owen in the Hall of Fame because she's just a bitch, or I don't know, is holding them up for a ton of money. I don't remember. But Brett does not like Martha. And I'm sure Brett has a good reason for that. Because why would he say that shit public? Well, Brett also is probably pissed his brother is not a part of the Hall of Fame. Because Owen deserves it. Like, seriously, they should try to put Owen in. Well, I don't know if when she sued them, maybe they agreed we will not do anything with Owen Hart except show his matches. His matches are not banned from the network on Peacock. Martha, you didn't get WWE to ban his matches from being shown. But, what was I saying? My God. This Martha Hart speaking just got my brain twisting to talk about 100 different things about Martha and WWE's relationship. But, yeah, you didn't get his matches banned. But maybe when you sued them, you got an agreement. He can never be put in the Hall of Fame without you agreeing. I don't know. But seriously, if Martha doesn't agree, why can't her kids put him in the WWE Hall of Fame? Maybe they don't want anything to do with WWE. I don't know. And that's fine if they don't. But then WWE should be allowed to put Owen in from Owen's brothers. Could induct him. But I don't think Martha will agree to let Owen's own family put him in and honor him. Like, seriously, you got Bruce Hart, Brett, someone else, some other Harts, Natalia be there. My God, David Hart Smith could show up. The whole Hart family. What's her name? Davey Boy's wife, his widow, I forget her name. Something Hart. She's blonde. Anyways, I forget her name. Brett's sister. You could have the whole Hart family, Brett, and Owen's brothers and sisters that are still alive, put him in. But again, fucking Martha, I'm sure won't agree with it. But she's a good woman. Trust me. I have no anger towards her. Maybe I sound like it, but I don't. I just don't understand why go on AEW and get their money for the foundation, but you can't take WWE's because you think they murdered Owen. They did not kill him. Again, tragic accident. And if you're out there and you think WWE killed or Vince killed Owen, that's fine. That's your opinion, but I don't agree. It's like saying, Vince killed Ultimate Warrior by not telling him to get so fucking big and jacked and juiced out on roids. He did that himself. I doubt Vince said, keep doing the roids, pal, and keep doing them. Look like a cartoon character, look bigger than Hogan. And my God, Hogan on roids looked like a midget that never worked out compared to when Ultimate Warrior was on them. Look at him in 1989. It was outrageous how jacked he was. He did not look healthy. Anyways, I'm shocked. After all the roids Warrior did, I'm shocked he lived to 2014. So, my God, yeah. Britt, Adam win. Great. They're a great couple. The Owen Hart Tournament Cup. They got titles. The titles look great. Up next, 6-person mixed tag, America's Top Team. This, how long is this review? 34 minutes. I gotta wrap it up soon. It's like 12:34. Good God. My voice is sore. Did 2 reactions earlier. As I said, 6-person mixed tag. I was excited for this. Paige Van Zandt's debut. Sadly, it did not deliver. Not her fault. She's a rookie. She's young. She's green. Ty Conti could not help her or carry her at all. I would say in like 6 months, I bet you Paige Van Zandt is better in the ring than Ty Conti. Ty is not very good. She botches. She's sloppy sometimes. And she either hit a botch or just, I don't know. I don't think it was Paige's fault. Ty just like had her up here, dropped her on her knee. Maybe Paige didn't expect it because this is her first fucking televised matchup. Maybe Paige did not expect it, so I don't know. She didn't protect her jaw or chin or her face. She didn't protect herself and got just drilled. Look, nasty spot. Just went into Ty Conti's knee, and Paige is like this, holding her face. She could have a broken jaw, dislocated. I don't know. But that looked like she got hurt. And I felt bad for her. If she botched or didn't protect herself, that's sad. But that's her first match. It could happen. And botches could happen in any matchup. I mean, I don't see many botches in fucking Roman Reigns matches, but that guy's a super pro. Or I don't see botches in Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn matches or Drew McIntyre matches, but I don't know. I'm not going to rip Ty Conti. Could have been her fault. Could have been Paige's fault because she didn't know how to protect herself good enough because she doesn't have enough experience. All I know is it's sad that looked like she got hurt. And then she kept fixing her top she had on. She kept pulling it up over and over and over, pulling it up. I know she has big tits, and they're fake, and my God, they're glorious. I don't care if they're fake. They look perfect. But, I don't know, she needs to get a better top that's more comfortable, because that was distracting. That was annoying to her that she had to keep pulling it up. I don't know what she's pulling up, her top, or making sure her breast didn't pop out of the bottom. I don't know, but I felt bad for her. Hopefully she gets more comfortable, better ring gear on top. I wouldn't complain if she had a wardrobe malfunction. I would not complain. But I hope she's comfortable. She needs to get better ring gear so she's not doing this over and over and over. So, anyways, it was a mess. The 6-person tag. The guys did fine. But Ty Conti was a mess. And sadly, Paige Van Zandt should have not had her first match yet. Should have put it off. She should have more matches at Gangrel's training school. She should have like 10 matches at least. I don't know, or trained for a year. Yeah, Ronda Rousey picked it up like this. Snap of a finger, Ronda Rousey looked great in her debut. But she had Triple H, Kurt Angle, planning out the whole match, every spot, there to help her. Even Stephanie helped her and had experience. Ty Conti does not have enough experience to make Paige look great, like Triple H Angle did. Again, Stephanie did her part too in Ronda's debut. Sadly, Paige's debut was not as great as Ronda's. I'm not going to say it was horrible, but it was not good. But I still love Paige Van Zandt. She's great. And my God, she's gorgeous. Up next, Kyle O'Reilly, Darby Allin. This match was weird. I don't know why it was booked. I thought Darby Allin was not working the pay-per-view because he was injured or something. I know Sting wasn't cleared, so sadly he couldn't show up on the one pay-per-view that I decided to pay $50 for, because the other ones that were on Fight TV. But my God, Sting couldn't show up. That was disappointing to me. I don't care if he didn't work. It would have been nice to see the guy. Because Sting's a childhood wrestling hero of mine. That, I grew up, he's one of my favorites. So, up next, Thunder Rose, Kyle O'Reilly again, defeats Darby Allin quick, 9 minutes, 30 seconds. I was kind of surprised Darby lost, and Darby looked like he was hurt. Like, 2 different spots, he looked like he hurt himself. One dive, I believe he got tripped by the rope, I think, and hurt himself. It was a mess. Darby, man, you were laying on the floor again, not able to get up. You're going to be in a wheelchair when you're 40 or 35. This was good. Thunder Rosa, Serena Deeb, AEW Women's title. I love Thunder Rosa. Big fan of her. Not because she follows me on Twitter, but I'm just a big fan. I was a fan of her way before she's in AEW. I started following her when she's in the NWA and the NWA Women's Champ. I know she's a part of Lucha Underground, but I never got into Lucha Underground. Never watched it. It's on a network like nobody gets. El Rey Network. I didn't get it. I did have it at one point, but I still didn't watch. But, yeah. Lucha Underground, from some action matches I saw, were good. But I didn't like how the show was booked. It didn't feel like a wrestling show. It felt like they were trying to make a cinematic movie shit. So anyways, Thunder Rosa wins. Very good wrestling match. Really good women's action. Or just a good wrestling match. Thunder Rosa wins and retains still AEW Women's Champ. I love that. So, a round of applause. I hope Thunder Rosa is champion for the whole year. Rest of the year. For the, not the tag titles. Tag titles had a bad spot right after the fucking just wild anarchy match. I loved it. It was great. Made me think and feel of, brought back great memories of me watching ECW as a teenager. This was wild. This was anarchy. This was probably the greatest street fight, no rules, brawl match in AEW history, in my opinion. All 10 guys just beat the fuck out of each other. Tables are used, ladders, barbed wire board. They're brawling in the concession stands. One of the 2.0 guys, I believe. I forget his name. But, I know they're not 2.0 anymore, but that's what their name was in NXT. But they did well, and my God, one of them, the 2.0 guys, he got busted open badly. He was bleeding, just profusely bleeding. It looked like his blood just was poured all over his face. That was a great look, but I was worried about the guy. I don't know how you bleed so much during a match and that shit doesn't get in your nose, in your mouth, and you gotta keep spitting the blood out, or just keep your mouth shut. Because seriously, once I swallowed a ton of blood years ago. I had a nosebleed and it would not stop bleeding. I think I popped a blood vessel or something from blowing my nose once. This was back like 2006 or 5, I believe. Anyways, I had a nosebleed. It wouldn't stop. It was scary as fuck. It would not stop bleeding. I tried everything. Tried putting my head back, putting ice towel on my nose. It wouldn't stop. Tried blowing it all out. It wouldn't stop. Had to call a fucking ambulance. Went in an ambulance for the only time I've ever been in one. Hopefully I never am again. But yeah, you want a story about a nosebleed that did not stop. I got to the hospital, still would not stop. A fucking doctor or nurse stuck a fucking giant, like, some giant, looked like a fucking tampon. Giant fucking thing in my nose, like a pad. It was like a pad attached to a fucking Q-tip or something. Put it way the fuck up my nose. That shit hurt. When ever get tested for COVID, that thing in your nose, that shit fucking hurts. And I hate that feeling. But anyways, the pad was up there. Long story short, before they put the pad up there, sadly, when my nose is bleeding, some of it gets in your mouth, and I swallowed a whole bunch of the blood, and I didn't even realize it. But seriously, if I didn't swallow some of it, I would have had to keep spitting over and over. So anyways, I didn't realize swallowing a whole bunch of blood gets you sick. Seriously, I got a bad stomach ache, threw up a whole bunch of blood, and then I felt better. So, I don't know, when guys bleed in wrestling, I don't know how they don't swallow it. So yeah, now you know something about me you didn't. I had a fucking nosebleed once at one stop, swallowed all the blood and threw it up. And then I felt better. So bottom line, don't swallow blood. Or if you're nuts, don't drink blood either. I guess, seriously, Megan Fox, Machine Gun Kelly drank their own blood when they got married or something. That shit is stupid. And for them doing that, I hope they threw up and got a bad stomach ache. I just felt like I had the flu. I started sweating, and I threw up all the blood. My mom was freaked out. She was there in the hospital, and she thought I was dying. But I knew it was just the blood from my nose. That I threw it up, and I felt better. You want to know the end of the story? I went back to the hospital like 4 hours later. They told me to keep the thing in my nose all night for like 24 hours. I couldn't take it. I couldn't breathe. So I had them take it out like 4 hours later. And then got better. And now I don't get nosebleeds anymore. So that's good. If you have a nosebleed problem, my advice, take hot showers a lot. Or like take a hot shower every day. You shouldn't get nosebleeds. So, my guy dragged down about fucking nosebleeds and throwing up blood. I'm sorry if you got grossed out. Blood doesn't gross me out. My God, I see blood in a ton of horror movies. And I've seen it in wrestling for years. After I did have that nosebleed, seriously, it scared me. And seeing blood in wrestling after that kind of changed me. I didn't really like seeing guys bleed, but I got over it in like a year. Every time I saw someone bleed in wrestling on WWE after my nosebleed, I was like, I don't like seeing them bleed, but then I got over it. Because when that happened, WWE was letting their talents bleed a lot in like 05, 06. Or maybe that happened at the end of 04, that nosebleed, but guys are still bleeding a lot. So, Yeah, the Anarchy in the Arena match. It was fucking anarchy. It was wild. They were playing Wild Thing for Mox's theme. I hope Mox is in Milwaukee at Dynamite when I'm there, because I want to fucking scream that Wild Thing song. I love it. I love it as a wrestling entrance. And I love it for Mox in his entrance. I hope he walks past me. That'd be great. So I can get a picture of him right by me or something. But, yeah, the Wild Thing theme went on for like 5 minutes, I think. It played like twice. And then stupid Jericho, I'm sure he didn't really break the sound system, but he picked up something. They said he broke the sound system. And the fans didn't like that. The second time Wild Thing started, the fans popped for it. That was great. And it felt like a New Jack match in ECW when they would not cut off on Natural Born Killers. I don't know who the hell got that idea to play New Jack's theme for the whole match, but it was awesome. Maybe New Jack came up with it. So I felt it was like a tribute to New Jack. It was awesome. A lot of guys bleeding. Daniel Bryan with the yes kicks. The crowd was on fire. The crowd loved this match. I loved it. Again, is one of the greatest brawls in wrestling that I've seen in years, maybe decades. Probably the greatest brawl since an ECW New Jack matchup. Like New Jack and Spike against the Dudleys. That's how great this brawl was. Made me think of ECW. So, stupid Jericho and his sports entertainment or appreciation, whatever the fuck they're called. Who cares? Jericho and Jake Hager are choking out Bryan Danielson, and the match ends. The ref stops it. And before that, this spot, it was probably planned. I'm sure it had to be. But it kind of crossed the line. I thought it was stupid. I was like, you didn't need to do that shit. But I don't know. It did make me think, like, holy fuck, Eddie Kingston really hates Jericho for burning him and throwing a fireball in his face. I'm not a fan of Jericho in wrestling anymore. But the one thing he said that made me laugh, after he threw the fireball, he says, I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard now. I can throw fire. That was pretty funny. But Eddie, you didn't need... AEW, I know you're on pay-per-view. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Probably on pay-per-view. You could fucking have 2 nude people in the ring fucking if you wanted. And you wouldn't get in trouble. Just a lot of fans would probably leave. If there are kids in the crowd, they'd definitely be taken out by parents. But I don't know if this was done for shock value or what. Or Eddie came up with it, or Jericho, or Tony Khan. I don't know, but I think it didn't need to be done. It was in bad taste. It has nothing to do with the school shootings and the mass shootings in this country's just fucking absolutely broken. Because the fucking politicians can't fucking get together and create gun control. They can't. Fuck the Republicans, by the way, and Ted Cruz and the assholes in the Senate. And the asshole governor in Texas. You're a fucking moron. Your state passed a law. You can buy any gun you want at 18. Without a background check. Without training. You don't need a gun license. What the fuck's wrong with Texas? The governor. You need to get him the fuck out. Vote his ass out. The guy cares more about guns than dead children. in a school shooting. He cares more about guns and NRA money. Seriously. Texas. People of Texas. The governor doesn't give a damn about you or your families if you get shot at school. Vote out the fucking Texas governor. I believe his name's Greg Abbott. Fuck him. And my God, whatever his name is, Betta, I hope he wins. Think in November. They have an election. I know the election's in November, but that governor in Texas needs to get the fuck out. You know, they love to say guns don't kill people. That crazy people would always do crazy shit. Well, guess what? I can guarantee you, in a big crowd, or where there's a lot of people, and again, nothing to do with the pay-per-view, I don't care. I'm going to say whatever I want. It's my show. And my God, it just bugs me. It's depressing as fucking hell, this country, that they can't get gun control passed in the Senate or the House. They just want to keep taking the fucking NRA's money. Sick motherfuckers. And some of them in the government are sick. You'd rather let Americans keep dying in a mass shooting when you... I can't even talk about it. I'm going to get pissed. I am pissed. I'm fed up with these mass shootings. They gotta stop. The only fucking way to stop them. I'm sure everybody, you're not watching this. If you're a wrestling fan, you don't want to hear this shit. You're here to hear a review. But I'm sorry, it bugs me too much. I gotta speak out. I gotta say something. You care about the money and keeping power in your fucking Senate job. You want to keep power in government. You want to keep getting voted in the NRA's money. You care about power and staying in power more than you do about children being shot at school. They don't deserve that. Nobody on fucking earth, nobody in the country, I don't care what political group you're a part of. The only people I would say deserve to get fucking just wiped off the planet are child molesters and white supremacists. And those are morons that went into the Capitol. They have no business living on Earth. But, man, it's sick. I don't know if anybody's a basketball fan or saw what Steve Kerr said after the Texas elementary school shooting. I believe 18 or 19 children dead. What the fuck is wrong with the politicians that don't want gun control? What the fuck's wrong with you? Those children did not come home from school because they were fucking shot. They're not fucking deers. They're not animals being hunted. Which animals shouldn't even be hunted? Except for deer, because seriously, there's a ton of them. And I guess if a bear breaks in your house, you have a right to shoot him or else he'll eat you. But, yeah. Seriously. those children did not come home from school. If I was a parent, which I will never be, first off, this country is way too fucked up. Like the last 5 to 10 years, it's fucked. It's broken. So I wouldn't even want to bring a child into the damn world. And another reason I'm selfish is fucking hell. I'm too selfish to have a child and care for it. Also, money's a big issue. I don't want to give all my money to raise a child. That's just my decision, my opinion. Children are not for me. I'm not responsible enough, and I'm too... Seriously, I have a hard enough time fucking taking care of myself. I don't want that responsibility to be a father. Definitely never has been a dream of mine to have children. But if I was a parent and I lost a child to a mass shooting, I would be fucking furious. And some of the parents, or some parents sometimes when they lose children, they say they forgive the shooter. That they have forgiveness for him. I never would. How to stop mass shootings? If the fuckers don't kill themselves, take them immediately, put them in the fucking electric chair, and give them the death penalty. Anybody that does a mass shooting gets a death penalty. And obviously they're insane people. Because to do a mass shooting, you have 2 options. What's going to happen? You're going to go to jail by the cops. They're going to show up, take you to jail, or they're going to shoot you. So you got 2 options. Jail forever, or you're going to be killed. Their third option, I guess, is suicide. Because they're fucking cowards. And they're nuts. Instead of... I'm dead serious. Every mass shooter, I wish, could get the death penalty. Because they deserve it. They don't deserve to live in jail. And I guess I know the death penalty is not legal in like no states or something. I don't know if it's legal in many states, but I'd fucking bring it back for mass shooters. If I was a president or if I was police officers, chief of police, I would say mass shooters. I would look in the camera and say mass shooters. If you do a mass shooting, you will get the death penalty. That's your punishment. But that won't stop them because they're nuts. And they want to die anyways, I guess. Because seriously, if you do that shit, you don't want to live. I mean, you're a fucking moron. I don't apologize for talking about this. I had to get it off my chest. And thank God for wrestling to get my mind off this country and the bad shit that happens. A fucking mass shooting in Buffalo that was absolutely disgusting. A fucking racist piece of shit. Targeting black people. In Texas, you got a lot of fucking crazy nuts living there that know they can get guns easy. But I guarantee you, if you couldn't get these automatic weapons to do mass shootings, there wouldn't be fucking mass stabbings. It wouldn't happen. It would not happen. The only way that could happen is if an adult stabbed tons and tons and tons and tons of people that were not his size or couldn't fight him off. But if a fucking person tried it with adults around, you couldn't try a mass stabbing in a big public area where there's a lot of people. Because guess what? He might get 2 people, 3 people. Somebody will fucking tackle him, knock his ass down if they see him with a knife. Seriously. You know, a fight or, you know, martial arts, you could fucking get a knife out of someone's hand. Simple. Or you could pick up a weapon, pick up a chair, pick up a fucking item and knock the knife out of their fucking hands. A knife is in fucking bullets. My point is, there would not be fucking mass stabbings. Because the motherfuckers will be too afraid to do it because they get their ass kicked. And the knife would get knocked out of their fucking hands. And if someone does try mass stabbings and is that crazy, I hope somebody gets a knife and slits their throat. Back to review. I'm done ranting about mass shootings. But they disgust me. It's sickening. The country's broken. You gotta not let fucking crazy people with automatic weapons. They should not be allowed to buy them ever. In Texas, and the governor, you're to blame for letting a crazy dude after he's 18, letting him buy guns and automatic weapons, automatic rifle. You're to blame, Texas. The governor of Texas, you should be thrown in jail. It's a fucking... You let mass murders happen under your watch, you dumb fuck. And you do nothing. You're not going to change the gun laws. Fuck the Second Amendment. That shit doesn't mean you deserve to have automatic weapons. You dumb motherfuckers. You can have all the weapons you want in your house to protect yourself in your home. But crazy people should not be allowed to get them. There needs to be background checks that are fucking tough. Super tough to get a gun. Back to my review. If everybody has not stopped watching, thank you for staying. Tag team titles. 3-way. AEW. But again, God bless pro wrestling and entertainment and sports and movies and video games. Thank you for existing. Because all the crazy shit on the news and mass shootings, if I didn't have wrestling, movies, video games, sports, my God, Sirius XM, if I didn't have that, my God, I would go nuts. I would go nuts out of boredom. Wrestling, video games, movies, sports is a great fucking escape for me. It's great therapy, makes me feel better, makes me escape into a fantasy world. Because this country and this world is fucked. They've been fucked. Fucked up the ass for years. But my God, I love my movies, pro wrestling, sports, video games. Thank God they exist. Thank God for pro wrestlers, that they entertain me. Because it's a great escape to get your mind off the bad shit that you hear about in your life or you got to deal with. Maybe you got family problems or real life problems, money problems, I don't know. But whatever you're dealing with, hopefully pro wrestling makes you feel better and makes you escape and get your mind off the bad shit in your life and helps you. To me, movies, pro wrestling, video games, sports is my personal therapy. It helps me so much. Or else I'd just be full of nonstop anger about the news. So, again, triple threat for the tag titles. Jurassic Express defended against Keith Lee and Swerve and Team Taz, Ricky Starks and Hobbs. This was pretty good, 17 minutes. Jurassic Express wins and retains. That was good shit. I'm glad they're still the champs. Up next, the main event, CM Punk takes on Hangman Page for the World Heavyweight title. This was pretty good. I don't know the match time, but it was good. CM Punk botched the buckshot twice. He couldn't do it. Who cares? Could happen to anybody. His legs are probably tired and couldn't hold him up. Who gives a fuck? All the fans booing that Punk couldn't hit it. Try to do it. Try to work 10, 20 minutes and then do that. I'm sure you couldn't. So that's some nerve that the fans were booing CM Punk for missing a move. Big deal. Who cares? The guy was probably tired. And it wasn't his fault. His legs couldn't hold him up. So what? It was good shit. The ref got knocked out. 25 minutes, 40 seconds. I'm not surprised. CM Punk wins as the new world champ. And, I don't want to put that up there because it's my fault. But CM Punk wins. Hits a GTS for the 1, 2, 3. A lot of the crowd popped. The crowd was on fire. Probably original AEW fans that only want AEW originals to win. I don't know, but they were chanting, "Let's go Hangman, let's go Punk." It was a big fight feel. It was a damn good pay-per-view. Really good. Well worth $50. I probably would have paid $80 for it. Maybe $100. I don't know. But I enjoyed the hell out of it. I doubt I'm going to pay for the New Japan AEW show. I doubt it. Unless Okada's a part of it or something. Because I like to see Okada. And like CM Punk or Okada and Daniel. Or Okada and Bryan Danielson. Not Daniel Bryan. Or Okada Moxley. I don't know. But hope you enjoyed my review and my rant about the mass shootings. Again, they're disgusting and crazy. People should not be able to get guns in Texas. Fuck the Texas governor to hell. He should be in prison for letting nuts buy guns whenever they want them because you don't want to do a background check. Why? I will never understand. I will never, ever understand that. Why a state would want nuts to go buy a gun if they're angry and want to kill people. And you want to give them that gun so they can do murders and mass shootings. You don't want a background check? And you're the governor? Then you should be locked up. There's something fucking wrong with you. And obviously you care about power and NRA money. You don't care about people or kids dying. Fuck the Texas governor to hell. I hope he gets his ass kicked in November and loses his governorship, whatever the fuck it's called. Thank God I have a governor here in Wisconsin that is actually for background checks and gun control. He's for it. But the other fuckers, the Republicans, are not. So they don't want to pass anything. Oh, I don't get it. I will never get it. Why politicians don't want to pass common sense gun laws. Hope you enjoyed my review of Double or Nothing. I liked the show a lot. I enjoyed it. I give it a B+. Anarchy rules, man. Anarchy in the Arena. That is my favorite match. Bye for now.